Hello, Discovery friends. Today we're going to talk about the Invention Game, Task 2C. In this one, you're going to create something that is a tool to help you think more divergently about a problem. Okay? Anything that has a Cookie Monster on it must be good. So you are going to choose one of the problems from your 2A, your list of 20 things that bug you. This activity and your project will be easier if you choose something that is more general, okay, as opposed to super duper specific. So what you're going to do is you can use the tool called attribute listing. And basically, it's when you have a situation that you want to look at its attributes. In this case, we're going to look at a problem and break it down into the different ways that that problem can be seen. It could be through causes, it could be through effects, it could be different aspects that are causing the problem. Any of those things would work. So you're going to list the attributes, and then you're going to kind of create a grid and put some information in it. So if we go back to our assignment, we have some examples. So let's talk through those. So we have a simple problem and a complex problem that we've explored. The simple problem is video game glitches. So basically what we tried to do is we started with a list of what are the different things that happen with video games when they cause a problem. So we started a list what those things were, and then we made a chart after we thought about the problem a little bit to divide it into different categories. So for video games, maybe by platform, so each of these is a different platform that the game would be played on, we could talk about how these different platforms contribute to the problem. And so you can see that we've started to fill in these boxes underneath each problem about, or each platform as to how video games glitches happen and what their causes are and why it's an issue. Our complex problem is poverty. So you start again with a list. What are some things that we know about poverty, trying to define it, trying to understand it. And one of the interesting things that came up was that there is a relationship between poverty and geography. So what we have are a different kind of categorization of ideas. What are the results of poverty? What are the reasons that we have poverty? And how does geography contribute to poverty? So then you can see that we're starting to fill in the boxes that fit under each of these areas. So what you will do on your assignment is you will create your own grid that allows you to take a problem and break it down. Here's an example. We talk about cookies, okay? So this is less about problems, unless you don't like cookies, and more about looking at a particular item and what its attributes are. So we have 4 cookies that we're looking at, and then we're looking at their texture, consistency, size, base, topping, and stuffing. And then each of these is listed with their attributes, and then maybe what you're trying to do is design the perfect cookie. And so you're taking elements of each cookie to figure out what would cookie perfection be. So it's really just a way for us to think divergently or come up with more ideas about the problem, because that's going to generate more solutions. So again, you're choosing one problem from your list of 20 things. You're creating a grid type organizer, and then you're going to list attributes or facets of the problem, and then start to fill in boxes of what would fit underneath there. This is definitely the kind of assignment where you are making your best guess, turning it in. I give you some feedback, and then we revise it. So don't worry about it being right. Worry about it helping you to think about the problem in a more complex and full way, so that when we're thinking of solutions, we have more ideas to work with. There are multiple resources here that you should check out if you would like, but you're not required to use all of these examples. It's just more information on how these things work and why you might use them. All right, and that is attribute listing.